Welcome once again to the feature Your Goals Realized. And it's at this time every Tuesday morning. And I'm happy to welcome the program's resident financial advisor, Dolores Jones. Good morning, Dolores.
Good morning, Nadine.
And good to have you here.
Good morning, listeners. Thank you. Can you believe it, Nadine? We are in the middle of September already. Students who were first-timers to new institutions are really now settling down to their new experiences. And parents and all of us who have a stake in the welfare of any child are settling down too. That was quite a bit of effort, Nadine, to get them out to school.
Indeed, and new school year is a big investment, in time.
And money.
And yes, and even before one term ends, you're preparing for another. So we know it's an ongoing job indeed.
That's so true, Nadine. And it takes me to my discussion today. There are really many parts to our lives. So many plans have to come together in order for us to progress. Our children's education is just one of them. You remember in our past program we spoke of the many parts of our financial life. When we plan, we have to take a holistic approach if we are really serious about achieving our goals.
Indeed, and we've covered so many goals. Education for our children and ourselves. We looked at home ownership, retirement, and with all the advice we've had so far, one thing still stands out, and it's a recurring theme. We need to plan. Yes.
Right. And because of this, Nadine, what we look at today is it important to save and invest consistently? Yes, we know it is so, but can a single investment cover all the goals we aim to achieve? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
As we all know, investing is not a one-suit-fits-all situation. So similarly to cutting and tailoring your suit to fit your shape and form, similarly, your financial plan should be tailored specifically to achieving your financial goals. And so, as financial advisors, it is so much more than just placing an individual in an investment instrument. It's understanding their financial path and working with them to determine a financial strategy. So, as advisors, it's important to sit with our clients and our prospects, look at what they want to achieve financially. Once we agree what the goals are, then we classify these goals in categories: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Then we move on to understanding the whole profile of our clients, their risk profile, time horizon, their commitment, everything. Right. And once we have done that, then we sit to with our client to determine the best instrument or instruments that will allow them to achieve their financial goal. Right. So, is one investment good for all? That's the question. This depends on the goal you have set for yourself. And almost all of us as individuals have more than one goals. And we have different goals that we want to achieve at different times. So then the best strategy is to invest by our goals, looking at separate investment for separate goals. So for example, Nadine, in planning any investment strategy, the first thing you want to do is ensure that your emergency fund is intact. This is having money to cover at least 3 months of your expenses, just in case. This is classified as a short-term goal and should be placed in a separate account. Investing in short-term instruments that are safe and that are liquid, that will allow you to access these monies as you need it on time.
Right.
So now that we have gotten our emergency fund covered in a separate account, then we break down our goals by years. So for example, 1 to 2 or 3 year, that's a short-term goal. 3 to 5 year, that's a long-term goal.
Okay.
10 years and up, 2 to 5 years. I'm sorry. That's a medium-term goal.
Right.
I'm sorry, listeners. And 10 years and over. That's a long-term goal.
Right.
The funds to meet your short-term goal should be placed in a more conservative investment instruments. For longer-term goals, you may want to accept more risk, which usually allows you a higher rate of return. This is where your advisor will discuss with you terms such as asset allocation and diversification strategies. So the answer then to our original question, do I need to have more than one investment, is if you're aspiring to achieve all the different goals. That answer is yes.
Yes, okay.
But again, wherever you start, remember we have to start with a discussion, and it's not a one-suit-fit-all. You ought to be ensured that you're investing to grow the nest egg in a way that works best for you, to satisfy your needs, and to allow you peace of mind.
Okay. At the end of the day, that's where we all want to be.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, there were movies where persons would have just one jar to save for each goal, and they keep the jars all over the house. Of course, now it's not jars. It's a financial plan where we also think of security of the funds and the return on our funds and all the elements that you just mentioned.
Great. Our listeners today have the advantage too, Nadine, of a radio program like ours, Your
yes.
Goal Realize, to which they can also send specific questions. They can also speak to the JNFM financial advisors directly. We can be reached by text message at 504-1719. That's 504-1719, or through our website. You can also email us at jnfundmanagers@jnbs.com. Remember also that we visit offices, schools, church group, social groups, and any group that wants to accommodate us to speak on financial matters of importance to you. Today's program, like all others, will be uploaded to our Facebook page later today.
Okay, well, awesome. And it's just one of the ways, of course, as Dolores hinted, that Love 101 cares. We do programs like this because we care about the well-being of our listeners. And Dolores, we couldn't do this without you and the team at JN Fund Managers. So we salute you and we thank you.
Thank you, Nadine. Our aim is to ensure that our listeners are empowered, and therefore we work with you to not only share with you the strategies, but for you to achieve your goals.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Del, and thank you listeners for making it Love 101 and for making it Your Goals Realized, brought to you by JN Fund Managers.
Relationships that build wealth, create opportunities, the right solutions. That's what we do at JN Fund Managers.
We're in pursuit of your financial security.
Portfolio and investment management services for individuals and corporate clients, from wealth building and risk management to preparing for a comfortable retirement. Strong, stable, secure.
We're in pursuit of your success.
Let's talk. JN Fund Managers, your safer, smarter financial partner.